will not allow myself to ever go back there again. I remember when I bought these pants, they stopped selling them. And my fear was, oh my God, what am I going to wear? They're the biggest they sold. In the catalog, I couldn't even buy my clothing in a store. I had to order them online. And I was like in panic. And my husband, who's sitting in the back, brought me to a couple of seamstress tailors, and they wanted to charge $100 to make a pair of pants like this. And I said no. And I wore them, and this was the last pair. And I saved these for good. All the other ones were all worn out. And there's a picture of me dressed up in one of those pictures. It was my stepson's wedding, and I was wearing these pants. I would have to say the main reason why I joined the Weight Watchers, one was desperation. I had gotten to the point, I was not like many of the people that I've spoken before that was on medication. I was on no medication because I did not go to the doctors. I did not want to get yelled at. I was embarrassed. But I did go to the doctors with my mother and my brother, who both suffered from leukemia. I was their caregiver. My oldest brother, he passed away at the age of 42 years old, the year that I joined Weight Watchers, not long after that. And there's something that just clicks in your head when you're at your brother's funeral, and you know you're not going to watch him grow old, and you want to see that. And I had spent my entire life taking care of my family members, but I was letting myself go. And just, at first of all, I was over 200 pounds at the age of 10. So I didn't know any better. And then I knew better, but I was spending so much of my effort on caring for the other ones that there was just no time to care for me. I was going to work, and I was coming home, and I was running to my mother's, and I was taking care of my mom. My daughter at the time, she was only 6 years old. We had taken on the responsibility of my stepson's baby. He's now ours. He's 17. I've had him since he was just before his 3rd birthday. And he's special needs. There was no time, I thought. And my thinking clicked when my brother passed away. If I don't start taking care of me now, who's going to be here for them? And so what you really have to do when you want to lose the weight, ultimately you have to do it for yourself. But for me, in the beginning, I could not rally doing it for myself because I didn't think I could ever get there. So I started for someone else. I wanted to see my daughter grow. I wanted to see her graduate from high school. I wanted to see her get married. I did it for my husband, who's a Vietnam vet, and I wanted to be there for him. And I did it for my step-grandson, Damien, who now calls me mom. His first mom, she was addicted to drugs. She was not there for him. How could I let myself go? How could I leave this earth and have him be another mom? I could not do that to him. I joined Weight Watchers. My first meeting, I was scared to death. I made jokes about myself. And every time it got to be my turn at the scale, I would go to the back of the line. I was afraid I would break the scale. Finally, there was nobody else in line, and I had to get weighed. And I made a joke. And the lady weighing me said, "You can laugh, I will not." She said, "It's not funny, and I know you're laughing because of your fear." She said, "I'm going to put this gold star in your book." She said, "Because you're coming back, and you're going to come back with a 5-pound loss." And I came back. And I've always been extremely shy. Part of that was hiding. I was always hiding behind someone in pictures, if I had my picture taken. I can remember as young as probably, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, I hid behind my mother. I did not want people to see me. And it just got worse. It got to the point where, as I got married, I married my only boyfriend. As I got married, I continued to grow bigger and bigger. Depression of losing my mother and my brothers, and you got to the point where it hurt to move. actually didn't move, other than I would go to work and I would come home and the pain in my feet and legs were so bad that I could not stand. Just getting up to go to the bathroom was excruciating, and many times I did not make it to the bathroom, and I would soil my pants because just stepping on my feet was that bad. And I knew I had to do something, or I would be the next one home. And I joined Weight Watchers, and I have a lovely Rita Francine who's been my everything, and she won't take the credit for it, but she has what's kept me going. She's what's motivated me. She's what's made me believe in myself. And my friend Shelley that just walked in.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Shelley. Shelley joined. We had discussed it together. She joined the week after me because she could not make it the week that I joined. And Shelley has lost over 125 pounds. We have been together every week, every Tuesday, since we started in 2004. I probably have missed 5 meetings. In 3 of those meetings, I went somewhere else. 2 of those meetings I couldn't go because I was going to spread my germs. A lot of people that think that people that weigh over 300 and 400 pounds are that way because they're lazy. And that they eat too much, but what you have to realize that people that are that size, some of them are that size because they choose that size, but there are a lot of people out there that are that way because of things that have happened to them in their lives that they have not been able to deal with, and food is their outlet. And food was my outlet from a very young age.
It's also an eating disorder.
But I've decided that I love life more than I love food. And one of the things I do now is I play. I was not able to play before. And if I was able to play before, I was too embarrassed to be seen to play, so I did not play. And I would make excuses when my husband and my daughter would be going to places, to the zoo, or to a carnival, or to the mountains. I would ride with them, and I would sit in the car while they would do the trails and whatnot. And I would say, oh, I don't want to do that. It's not that I did not want to do that. It was that I could not do that, or I was too embarrassed. I did not want them to be embarrassed. What I did not realize is I did not embarrass them. So now that I've lost weight, I made it my goal to have fun. I play. My grandchildren, they are my step-grandchildren, but they're my grandchildren. They call me their fun granny. I ride their scooters. I've been told by a neighborhood boy that I'm too old to ride a scooter. I said, watch me. And my 8-year-old grandson is chasing behind me. Grammy, it's my turn. I have learned a valuable lesson. When you're going over cracks, you must pull up on the handle. You will go over the handle.
Ooh, that must have break.
This summer, we went to Highland Park Zoo. I don't know if anybody's been there recently, but they have this amazing playground there, and I played on it. And they have a seesaw that holds 8 people, and I did the seesaw. It was awesome to finally be able to sit on a seesaw and go up in the air and not just get stuck on the bottom because you're so heavy nobody can catch you. And yes, that happened to me at a very young age. I ziplined this summer. What an amazing feeling to be able to zipline. And there is a weight limit. You must be under 250 pounds to zipline. I was able to zipline. And it took me a while to jump, but I did it. But it's just little things that keep me going. I've hit a major plateau. I call it the plateau from hell, where my weight has fluctuated up and down between 10 and 20 pounds for the past 2 years. I can either give up and weigh 400 pounds again, or I can keep fighting and fighting and fighting. And what I tell people is I'm fighting for my life. There is no giving up.
So what do you do where your weight fluctuates like that? Is there something that you
I have
try
tried
to do
everything.
differently?
I've